We are live on YouTube. It is 59. 1 more minute and we will start. And Sushma can pray after 1 minute. Sushma?
Yes, ma'am.
We are starting, sir.
Good evening. I'll start today's session with a prayer. Heavenly Father, as we begin the final day of this enriching faculty development program, we thank you for the journey so far, for the insights, discussions, and the spirit of learning you have inspired in us. Bless today's session from vision to implementation and guide our hearts and minds to embrace ethical transformation in curriculum and practice. May this day empower us to lead with clarity, courage, and compassion in our academic mission. Be with our resource person and all participants, and may this final session be a lasting fruit in the world of education. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Good evening, one and all present here. As we stand on the threshold of our final day, let us reflect on the profound words of Nelson Mandela. The greatest glory is living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. A warm welcome to day 6 of our International Faculty Development Program on empowering faculty for ethical teaching in the digital era, jointly organized by Global Ethics and DMI Engineering College, Arulvaimoli. Over the past 5 days, we have explored critical themes shaping the future of education. Today, we culminate this journey with a session that bridges theory and practice. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Reverend Dr. Oroke Mary, the administrator, Dr. Albert Raj, the esteemed principal, Dr. Pradhiba, the coordinator of this event from DMI Engineering College. To all our participants, both from India and across the globe, we thank you for your advice and active engagement, thought-provoking questions, and commitment to ethical education. Your presence reaffirms the power of collaboration in shaping a more compassionate and innovative academic community. Today, we are honored to have Dr. N. Ashokan sharing insights on From Vision to Implementation, Leading Ethical Curriculum Transformation. This session promises to equip us with the practical strategies for driving meaningful change, overcoming challenges, and fostering a culture of integrity and excellence in our institutions. Before we begin, please introduce yourself in the chat box with your name, place, institution, and country. And also, please do not post your questions in the Q&A box. Let's embark on this final day with enthusiasm, curiosity, and a shared passion for transforming education. May this session inspire us to become catalysts for positive change in our respective spheres of influence. Having said that, I take this opportunity to introduce today's speaker. We have Dr. N. Ashokan with us, and it's an honor that we have him with us. He is an acclaimed academician, educational strategist, and lifelong learner. As our esteemed guest speaker, with a distinguished career spanning over 30 years, Dr. Ashokan has profoundly influenced the landscape of higher education through visionary leadership, innovative pedagogy, and institutional development. Dr. Ashokan holds a PhD in engineering education from the University of Madras and postgraduate degrees in material science and physics. He has been instrumental in establishing 5 educational institutions and designing over 25 new academic courses. His work reflects a deep commitment to performance excellence, curriculum innovation, and leadership in education. An author of 6 insightful books, including a textbook on higher order cognitive abilities and empowering educators, mastering curriculum decision making. Dr. Ashokan combines academic rigor with practical relevance. His research has appeared in reputable journals, including Springer Nature and BSIP Journal, and he has co-authored international book chapters. Dr. Ashokan is a certified accreditor for the Asia Pacific Accreditation and Certification Commission, certified Lean Six Sigma Green Belt, and a ThinkLink certified creator. He has trained over 34,000 professionals in topics such as outcome-based education, NEP 2020, revised Bloom's taxonomy, and performance audits. He has also delivered over 250 keynote addresses and numerous webinar series. He has represented India on prestigious platforms, delivering international keynote lectures in countries including the Philippines, Malawi, and Ukraine, focusing on agile education, hybrid learning models, and teacher leadership. A recipient of numerous honors, including the Lifetime Achievement Award 2023 and the Best Educational Administrator Award 2017. Dr. Ashokan continues to inspire educators with his systems thinking mindset and deep passion for academic excellence. We are indeed privileged to have Dr. Ashokan with us and to look forward to gaining from his rich knowledge and transformative vision for education. He will address on the topic From Vision to Implementation, Leading Ethical Curriculum Transformation. We welcome you, Dr. Ashokan, and please take over the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Very warm greetings and good evening to one and all present here. I'm very grateful and thankful to the organizers, decision makers, Professor Joseph Dunstan, Madam Regula ma'am, and Pratibha madam, and all the participants to given yet another opportunity to interact with the people, especially all parts of the country and including few countries from abroad. The interacting with the faculty members is one of my personal passion, and my purpose or my mission is to help the teachers to improve their teaching competency and help the teachers to develop their educational leadership. So to help the teachers only, I participated in this seminar and giving one of the session on vision to implementation, leading ethical curriculum transformations. To help the teachers only, I wrote all the books, around 6 books. I had to help the teachers only. I'm giving keynote addresses in national and international levels. So let us go to this discussion. Today is my discussion for next maybe 60 to 75 minutes. I start with this. I would like to set the context, which context we are going to discuss for this. So that from this topic, I want to give, first I would like to discuss about what is the objective of this session. From my understanding from the organizers or the topic which is I choose to deliver on it. And I would like to give the basic definition of few keywords related to this topic so that I can be able to set the context. So with this context only, we are going to discuss about that. Then I would like to discuss about this vision to implementation, 9 different perspectives as far as the educational institution is concerned. One is this is very interesting and very popular topic on this mission, vision, core values. Still, I find whenever I interact with the teachers, I interact with the educational leaders, they don't have the clarity on what is mission, vision, core values. So after my discussion, definitely I'm sure that you have a very clarity on what is this mission, vision, core values, and how this curriculum or the educational institutions has to think about this higher order thinking skills, and what are the graduate attributes, how we can able to incorporate or embed with our teaching learning process, and very importantly, this metacognition thinking process. And of course, the national education policies, as far as India is concerned, we talk about that. And this is a new area is coming up. This transdisciplinary is coming up. Like we, of course, we are familiar with the disciplinary, interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary. Beyond that, now there's a new trend, is a new domain is coming up with the transdisciplinary. That and what is the future of literacy? Every educational, I mean, teachers or educational leaders must understand this future. Very, very important on that. And I would like to discuss about this reading the different genre of books. That's very important as far as teachers or any education, any type of leader is very important on that. And finally, I would like to go with this how important it is there in developing the competency among the teachers as well as the students. Again, this competency, people are a lot of confusion about this knowledge, skill, talent. I put it in the compact form, one form, this competence. Though we don't have any one definition for competence, like either we don't have any one definition of quality. I have my own definitions, and I'll tell you how we can able to also you can able to define what is competency as far as your own department or your own institution concerned. So this is the discussion I want to discuss for the rest of the time. First, I want to tell you, I want to know what is the objective of this session. So the graduates coming out of these higher educational institutions have more responsibility to solve some of the society's problems. So what are society's problems I listed out is that aging population, climate change, digital transformations, artificial intelligence, mental health and well-being, and cost and standard of living day by day is going up. And of course, the cost and quality of education also is going up. So these are the international problems irrespective of the country, location, area. These all the students graduated from the higher educational institutions have to solve the global problems, right? Apart from this, yes, every country it has their own problem. Every regional it have their own problems, and of course, every local problems will be also there. So, what the society is expecting from the higher educational institution is these graduates must have the ability to solve these problems, society problem, by and large. Yeah, okay. Apart from so many problems, I listed only the very key problems. Now, as a teacher or educational institution, educational leaders, what is our responsibility? What are the things we have to impart our students when they go out of the graduate of the educational institutions? We have to teach them how to learn. This is very important that because whatever we have in the curriculum during our course of study definitely will not be relevant to when they go out of the college. So whenever they go out of the college or to build their career for next 25 to 30 years, definitely they have to continuously they're going to learn. So that culture we have to create among the students. That is one thing is there. And of course, to solve the problems, definitely students has to develop these higher order thinking skills, whereas to develop the higher order thinking skills, mastering the lower order thinking skills is very, very important. And of course, the metacognition is how this knowledge gaining. Now, this people before introduction of this World Wide Web, the definition may be information and knowledge may be same. But definitely after this introduction of this website, or especially on Google, now the information is totally different from knowledge. So this I'm talking about the metacognition is related to the knowledge, not to the information. So information, people think that current generation beta students are thinking that whatever you just go and Google it, whatever the information is coming up, that the information that they feel that they know everything, they have access to all the information like that. But when this information converted into knowledge is that you have a deep understanding about this information and you have to apply in the unknown situation and unknown situations. Then only this information will converted into the knowledge. This is what my recent definition about I want to differentiate between the information and knowledge. Of course, this is my own, out of my own experience, I'm giving that. And of course, this is, as I told, that the interdisciplinary, and multidisciplinary. Now, the new area is coming up, transdisciplinary. So when the time the students are graduate from the higher educational institutions, these are how, as their teachers, we are going to impart these kind of competency. I don't want to use the word skill, competencies among the students. So this is what I feel this objective of this discussion. First, I understand this from the topic that vision to implementation. Leading, the word I catch it up. So I would like to know, I want to speak about a few minutes about this leading. What is that leading is that? So leading is, of course, leader and leadership. We have always two different words. We have that. So every teacher is a leader. First, please understand that a leader is not related to your designation, not related to your position, role, nothing like that. Every teacher is a leader. So I request every teacher must have this statement. Every teacher is a leader. Please store it in your long-term memory. Then only you can able to perform in your classrooms. So again, not only this every teacher is a leader. The leadership qualities are is embedded or the innate qualities of every human in the world. So every father is a leader, every mother is a leader, and every bus driver is a leader. So leader, if you have few followers, if anyone more than 2 or 3 people listen to your instruction, they have become leader. This is a very simple definition. I want to impart that. So leader, yes, everybody in this world, every human being is a leader. Now, what is a leadership is there? So I put it in the simple definition about leadership is that simple equation, mathematical equation that. So what is the position you have with suppose if you have the head of the department, the head of the department may have different roles. So with respect to the role, when you want to take some decisions, so what is the strategy you are going to follow if you want to take some decisions? So strategy, I'm talking about that. One of the people will always watch you if you're a leader, that how you treat the people, what is the choice of words you're using, and when you're taking the decision, where you collect the inputs, that is very important. And just think the self-reflection. If anybody influencing your decision-making process, you have to identify the people, and we should not be biased from that. And people always closely watch you. What is your thinking process or thought process about particular when you're taking some decisions? So when you discuss with your own team of people, which topic you are discussing. So these are all a part of the strategy or content I put it in that. So which is the role you are playing, plus what is the strategy you are playing when you're taking the decisions. And multiplication by this value system. What is a value system as an individual you are talking about? You are following that. That matters a lot. So value system, we are not talking about the value system. Even if you go and find out that we don't have any review of literature regarding the values. In that sense, I'm talking about that. We have a lot of discussion about these poor values. If a person follows some kind of list of poor values, what could be your consequences? But we never have any of the document or literatures available. If he follows good values, for example, if you follow the good values, you will get promotion. If you follow the good values, you will get increment. If you follow good values, something positively happen. Nothing is available from that. That is why we don't have enough discussion about the value system. But the leadership is purely based upon what is the value system every individual following on that. So in that sense, this one leadership style, you definitely come across, you can see some of the different leaders in your life. You definitely have some inspiring leaders. So how one leader is different from another leader, purely based upon what is the value system people following on that. So the value system, what the leaders is following is differentiate between one leadership style to another leadership style, not related to any position or designations. So this is what I want to talk about what is this leading. So when you have the clarity on leading, what is the meaning of the leading, so that you have this better understanding of what are the things we are going to discuss for that. So leader, basically, if you have few followers, yes, you are the leader. So according to my experience, every teacher is a leader, every human being is a leader. The leadership qualities are inborn qualities. Only things we are not able to bring out that. Very few people have the opportunity to unleash their maximum potential to demonstrate their leadership qualities. Others, they don't not even aware of I'm having the leadership qualities on that. So, and put it in the leadership is nothing, put it in this, so what is the role you are playing? What is the strategy you are when taking the leader decision-making process, and what is the value system you are following? These are the things matters when coming to the leadership qualities on that, right? Yes, yeah, I told you, this is the poor values. We don't have only this. If you don't follow the poor values, yes, these are the things, consequences you can be able to face. But we don't have any much discussion about if the people follow the good values, what could be that? It's not spoken enough. Next, leading implementation is there. What is that implementation? I would like to have discussion of that. What is this? So when you the implementation is coming in at the point of application, when you apply your knowledge. So execution and implementation both will complement each other. So what are the knowledge you gain over the period of time? How you apply in the situations to solve the problems, to solve your personal problems, to solve your professional problem. And by and large, I'm talking about how we are going to solve the professional problem, the societal problem. So execution means, yes, you know the problem, you know the solution, and you know the process, how to solve the problem, how to get the solution. That we call it as the executions, right? In the known and familiar situations, what are the knowledge you already gained? You are applying in the known and familiar situations, you are executing, and you are getting the known results. That we call it as the execution. When coming to the implementation is that the unknown and unfamiliar new situations. What are the things, knowledge we gain over the period of time? When the new situation comes, how effectively will implement it to solve the problem? That we call it as the implementation. That. And talking about this ethical is again people connecting to our belief of what is right and wrong. Again, it is very subjective matter. It is very from individual to individual. So based upon what the psychologist is talking about this belief system, it starts from the age of 2. Starts from the age of 2. When the child is exposing to the different situation, different world in and around the child's situations, what is happening, from that only the belief system is inbuilt in the human's neurons in the brain. You know that the neurons has this, they call it as the synaptic connections. The synaptic connections. So when the child sees, observe what is happening in and around the situations, based upon that, our brain neurons having the synaptic connections. The synaptic connections is very basis for what is the belief system what every child want to build up from the age of 2. This is what this psychologist are talking about that. So what is wrong and what is right? This is basically a belief system, right? I'm talking about that. Talking about curriculum transformation, talking about why curriculum matters. So curriculum matters because, as I told you, this is the society has a lot of problems. The people are expecting the society is expecting the graduates coming out of this higher education institution to solve the societal problem. So certain qualities and competencies every individuals are expecting when they come out of the college. So this is what. So this curriculum has to be embedded wherever it is possible, maximum possible. So we have to keep it in mind. What are the points I'm going to discuss about the 9 different points? So put it into that curriculum wherever it is possible. Then only we can able to do justification for the society by and large. That is why how we can able to help the graduates coming out of college to solve the societal problem. In that sense, that curriculum matters a lot. Curriculum matters a lot. Okay. So a good curriculum creates these measurable benchmarks and observable learning outcomes that is very limited to the institution itself. So when you're talking about the outcome-based education, we go for the accreditation, we just talk about these learning outcomes, all these things. But the curriculum goes beyond that. goes beyond that. Okay, so here, these are the points I've just put it on. I don't want to read it. Okay. Finally, people talk about the transformations. So transformation related to the change management. If you are I want to be a highly successful, inspiring leader, if you know how to manage the change management, that will decide your leadership qualities, whether you are successful or not. Because as you know, that change is inevitable. Every minute, every second, change is happening. And moreover, this, as far as the educational institution concerned, any change is happening any part of the world, whether it is a political change, whether it is the economical change, whether it is a war, whether it is a cyclone, whatever the change is happening in different form, that will indirectly or directly affect our classrooms. Yes, any change is happening all over the world is directly or indirectly get affect our classrooms. That's why this talking about the change management. And coming to the change management or any improvement if you want to do, suppose if you go for this accreditation process, whether it is locally or internationally, or any improvement you're talking about this, any kind of change, improvement, you talk about if you want to improve the quality of education. So all the things will finally boil down to the change management. So what I want to do about this change management, one thing is there, like how our defense people are always doing this every day, every minute, they are preparing themselves for the war. Of course, we do not know when the war will come. So the preparation for the change has to be very, very important for every teachers, every educational institutions. What you have prepared today, anticipating the changes tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So the preparation part has to be daily happening among the teachers and the educational institutions so that any change comes, we can sail through comfortably. So you know that there are three type changes there. One, people will accept, will wait. When the change comes to you, then realize, of course, they look under it. So everybody has changed, I have to change. Some people anticipate the change, they will go ahead of the change, so that any change comes, they can easily sail through it. Some people, of course, third type of people is there. Any change happens, they don't bother about that unless they personally get affected. Once they get affected only, they feel that, oh, something is happening, so I have to, then they will think also whether I want to change or I want to be adamant, I want to be, my ego is killing myself to stay at the current status quo. These are the things will happen there. So the change management I'm talking about, only one point I want to emphasize that how much you are prepared daily for ahead of the change or anticipating the change. That's why I also want to touch up the point, the future of literacy. The future of literacy is there. So now coming to this, I have set the context about this related to the topic vision to implementation, leading ethical curriculum transformation. So I'm not talking about the vision, I'll go in detail about that. So what is the implementation is that what are the knowledge I'm gaining? So I have to apply in the known unknown situation to solve the problem. That we call this implementation. Of course, leading and leadership, I talk about that. And ethical is basically a very, very belief system. What is a belief system? We have that what is wrong and what is right, and curriculum, why the curriculum matters, and transformation related to the change management. This is the context I want to discuss about that. Within this context, I have one more context is there. So what are the things so far we have discussed and we are going to discuss about that? I put it into another this is another context that, so all the 9 points I'm going to discuss about is applicable to all three major areas of our educational institution. One is this curriculum formation. So how we are going to include all the 9 different points, what we are going to discuss about in the curriculum, during the curriculum formation stage, what's the maximum possible we can able to do. And in teaching learning process and delivery content on day-to-day basis, how we are going to include that one. And finally, this assessment and evaluation also matters a lot, because how our students are learned or not, whatever our point of view, that also has to be. So this is another context I want to sit into that. So the first one I want to talk about is the mission, vision, core values. First one is mission. So mission is mission means purpose. Very simple definition I want to say. So every activity I always talk about with my people, every activity you do, please understand why I want to do this activity. So what is the purpose of doing this activity? It's a very simple reason I put it on the purpose. Mission means purpose. Okay. So when I talk about this, one simple statement I'm telling, but I'm talking about this another extreme that if you talk about this many corporate giants, the companies like Sony, IBM, HP, all the people, they're running the successful business more than 50 years, 75 years, 100 years. Just to go and Google it, we can able to find out, or otherwise you can refer the book Good to Great and Great by Choice, Built to Last, and the Fifth Discipline. These are the books that are talking about this very clearly about this mission statement, how this mission statement is very, very important for these companies. More than 25 companies all over the world, they're running business very successfully, more than 50 years, 75 years, and 100 years. So this mission statement is that I want to achieve the mission. This is the purpose I run the business. Okay, but I very find it difficult to achieve that. I'll tell you with one example so that you can able to understand that. So mission statement says that what we stand for and why we exist. Or if you ask me, I put it a simple question to the teachers, why do I choose teaching profession beyond making money? If you clearly understand that this like companies like IBM, Sony, HP, Merck, these are companies, they are Johnson and Johnson. They don't bother about the profit. They don't bother about the profit. They don't. They're not doing business for money. They're doing for some purpose. So money follows them. Definitely, you come across in your life that you can see some of the people, they don't bother about this how to make money. They're working for some cause, but money flows behind goes beyond them. Okay. So mission statement is, I just give one example. So can anyone participants please read this all the lines one by one, please?
Why do you do what you do? Why do you clean hospital rooms? Because that's what my boss tells me to do. Why? Because it keeps the rooms from getting dirty. Why does that matter? Because it makes the rooms more sanitary and more pleasant. Why does that matter? Because it keeps the patients healthy and happy. Understanding the purpose of the work allows for innovation and improvisation. Who's the beneficiary of your work and how are you contributing to them? Contribution making a contribution to the health and happiness of patients.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Thank you. So this is the normally we give instruction in terms of instructions: sweep, mop, scrub, sanitize, repeat every 1 hour. In the hospital, people will give to the housekeeping people. So if you give instruction, you have to follow micro level. You have to do follow. If you make the people to understand why these housekeeping people has to sweep, mop, scrub, sanitize for every 1 hour, because they contribute to the patient's happy and healthiness. So once the people understand that I am also contributing to the happy and healthy of these patients, along with the doctors, nurses, medicines, psychologists, all these people, you can do wonders. You can expect the wonders from them. So in all kind of innovation, improvisations, people bring to the workplace. So this is what talking about this purpose. Why I want to do that. Again, I'm asking the same. I just put it in. Please keep it in another statement in the long-term memory of teachers, please. Why do I choose my teaching profession beyond getting salary? If you find that reason for that, it's very difficult to find the reason because making money is very, very important to lead the quality of life. So how long you want to make money? If you want to work as a teacher for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, even after 15 years of experience, 10 years of experience, still you are working for salary, you cannot become a highly inspiring teacher. So at least I put it in 10 to 15 years time. You want to settle down financially, or otherwise, not only that. You have to find out why I choose this teaching profession beyond making money. That's very so. If you want to find out that, please ask 5 times or 7 times. Ask the question why. You ask one question, find out the answer. Why that answer? Again, there another answer. Again, why? So 5 times or 7 times you ask the why. Definitely, you will find out your mission. So my mission, as I told, that to help teachers improve their teaching competence, to help teachers develop their educational leadership. This is the purpose Because of this purpose only, I'm giving this lecture. I'm talking now. So I'm giving so many webinars. I'm giving so many FDP faculty development programs. I write the books. I do research. All these things only to how I can help the teachers to improve their teaching competency and how I can help the teachers to develop their educational leadership. Next, coming to this vision statement. This is a case. Vision has become one of the most overused and less understood language. Vision is totally different from a visionary leader. Visionary leader is we are talking about the person. We are not confusing with the vision and visionary leaders, right? So vision means what I want to create with a time frame. What I want to create within next 1 year, 3 years, or 5 years, beyond my current competency, beyond my current boundaries. So what I can able to push through my comfort zone, or what I can come out of my boundary lines, what I want to create that we call it as a vision statement. So vision statement is what I want to create with a time frame. So within 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So within 3 years, I want to complete my PhD. So what is my current station? Still, I have not find out my topic. Still, I have not find out which university I want to do that. So you have to come out of your comfort zone. You have to come out of your boundary line. Then you have to want to achieve something on that. And that we call it as the vision. That we call it as the vision. So why this way? The vision is always in synchronization and alignment with your purpose, mission statement. So after 3 years, after 3 years, if I get my PhD, so what could be my next vision? So vision is achievable. Once we achieve the vision, then you have to change the next vision. Next one. Next 3 years, what I want to do, what I want to create. So mission is constant statement which you cannot achieve at all. So why do I choose a teaching profession beyond making money? If you find some answer that you'll never achieve in your lifetime, that kind of statement you have to make it that. Or if you go to this vision statement, whereas vision statement is time-bound activities, what I want to create within time, within next 3 years or 5 years, beyond your current boundaries, beyond your comfort zone. You have to come out of the beyond your constraints, what you have, beyond your competency, what you have. This we call it as a vision statement. So vision is totally different from visionary leader. Let's not confuse on that, right? And coming to that, third one is these core values. Again, the core values I'm talking about when talking about the leadership qualities. One leadership qualities is different from another leadership qualities purely based upon the values. So values is a small set of timeless principles. So how do I take decision on day-to-day basis? That is well-informed decisions based on what? So I have to take some important, every day people has to take important, well-informed decision in the workplace. On what basis? That what basis we call it as the core values. What basis call it as the core values, right? So it helps to take important decision on day-to-day basis. On what basis? That the core values. So these are some of the examples I put to the core values. So see whether innovation maybe or ethics or integrity, support, responsibility, trust. So I'm taking the decision based upon trust. I'm taking the decision based upon your support. I'm taking my decision based upon my team will definitely will cooperate, teamwork. So how do we want to act consistent with our mission along with the path toward achieving our vision? So this we call it as the core values, right? So when coming to the core values, I talk about this core value system. Core values is purely based upon a belief system, and belief system is nothing but what is right and wrong. Now we want to we want to go on micro level, we want to attack. So how do I know what is the belief system I have? If at all I want to change the belief system, how do that? So what is generally happening that? So this is what I am seeing outside the world and what I do and what I get the results. So beliefs change gradually as we accumulate new experience, variety of different activities. So if you say that I am having 10 years or 15 years of experience, if I do the 15 years of experience, the same kind of activity, there is no hope for change in belief system. There is no hope for getting the result, different outcomes. So we have to do different kind of activities. So that's why I'm asking that when people talking about the workplace experience, they have 10 years experience or 15 years experience, people may say. But when I ask the questions, how many years do you have experience in sleeping? How many hours do you have experience in walking? How many hours do you have experience in workplace? So these are three questions, please ask yourself. Unless you do different kind of activities during your workplace, it is not fair enough to claim that I have 10 years or 15 years experience. So experience is not related, you are not equivalent to coming to workplace and going, including Saturday, Sundays, vacations, all this number of calendar days. Is not that. It's not that. So how many type of different activities you do, how many learning cycles you have done in a semester, in academic year, that matters a lot. So when you want to do different kind of research, for example, if you do the change management, we always focus on our attitudes, behavior, method, technologies. But there is no change in, there is no use in doing different kind of activities, behavior, all these things, unless you change your belief system. Belief system is the root cause. Unless you go and attack at micro level the root cause of the your thinking process, which is right, which is wrong. We are most of the times, every day, every minute level, we take decisions based upon our belief system, which is right to me, which is wrong to me. Based upon that only I'm taking decisions. So that decision will definitely affect my outcome, result. So how I want to change, is it possible to change the belief system? Yes, it's possible. Out of my own experience, I found that there are two ways you can able to change your belief system. One is traveling to different places. Travel to different places. Closely observe the people, closely observe the people's culture. Definitely your belief system will change. And another method, read a different genre of books. Read different genre of books. These two activities you have to continuously do, then definitely you have a lot of changes in your belief system. You have the change in your belief system, definitely your behavior will be changed, definitely your outcome will change. So if you want to change the outcome, if you want to change the result, what you want to produce, you have to change the basically the belief system. So this one I want to put it into the nutshell that how this implementation part I'm talking about, how this from mission statement, why do we exist, that what is the purpose I want to do this beyond making money, and what I want to create next to 3 years and next to 5 years. I want to just have a dream about that beyond my current boundaries, and everyday activities, everyday well-informed decisions based upon that, based upon what I'm taking decisions. So these are the three things that must be synchronized with one another. That's very, very important. That's very, very important. That. And again, coming to this from vision to next, I want to put it that vision to. So core values is to help you to take decisions. Now coming to this vision. So I want to complete my PhD within next 5 years. So that is my vision currently. So you have the ability to develop what is the current reality. So current reality, I have not yet decide which topic I want to do, which university I don't want to do, which guide I have to choose for my PhD. That okay. So this is my current reality. My vision is I want to complete my PhD within next 3 to 5 years. So what is the gap? We call it as the learning gap. What we call it as the learning gap. So any activity or every activity to fill up this learning gap, we call it as the learning objective. So I don't want to put the word objective. I want to add the word learning objective. Learning objective. So if you are which learning objective I want to fulfill today, if you want to do that, you have the ability to assess the current reality. Assess the current reality is one of the very, very important point every teacher has to understand that. So this is the way this implementation goes from vision to implementation. Vision start with this mission. Why I do this activity? What is my purpose beyond making money? And vision, yes, to fulfill that my mission statement or purpose, what I want to create for next 3 years or 5 years. Right? That's my vision. Then again, to achieve my vision next 3 years or 5 years, once I achieved it, I have to change my vision, but not the purpose statement, mission statement. So to achieve my vision, I have to be very clear on what is the current reality. If I do not understand exactly predict the current reality, it's very difficult. It takes long time to achieve the vision statement. It takes very long time to achieve the vision statement. So the gap between the current reality and vision statement is the learning gap. Every activity you do to fill up the learning gap, we call it as the learning objectives. So this is the way this implementation goes at the micro level, at objective level. Objectives, yes, every day it comes that. For example, so if I want to complete my PhD within 3 years, what I want to complete within next 2 years, what I want to achieve next 1 year, what I want to achieve next 1 academic year, what I want to achieve next 1 semester, what I want to achieve next 1 month, next 6 months, what I want to do this month, what I want to do this week, what I want to do today. So that is where you have to bring down and pinpoint today what I want to do to achieve my purpose. The second one is talking about this higher order thinking skills. Of course, almost all people may be aware about this revised Bloom's taxonomy, talking about this lower order thinking skills and higher order thinking skills. So if you want to develop the higher order thinking skills, definitely you have to master in lower order thinking skills. So mastering the lower order thinking is a prerequisite requirement to develop the higher order thinking skills, right? Now, why I'm talking about this higher order thinking skills, no? This is I don't know how many of you know that. I'm sure that most of the people do not know about this. People only know these 6 different thinking levels, but it has 19 subdivisions. I think very few people only know about these things. So we have, when coming to this first level thinking level, remember it has two subdivisions. When coming to the remembering the basic informations, understanding the concept, we have 7 ways of understanding the concept. When coming to the application side, I told you that execution and implementation, that is a known situation and unknown situation. When coming to the analyzing, we have 3 different levels. And in coming to the evaluation, we have 2 subdivisions. And finally, coming to the 6th highest order of thinking process, we have 3 subdivisions are there. So this is the way it goes from remember or recognizing to generating the new ideas, new concepts. Now, what is this 25? If you want to solve any problems, if you are systematically work this way, from remembering to creating or recognizing to generating, if you want to solve any particular problem, you can start with any one point of this thinking process. So depending on the problem. So if you say there is one climate change is there. So where I want to start, I may start with the point thinking process point 7. Then I go to thinking level 16. Again, I coming back to 10. Again, I coming go to 17. Then I can able to give solution for that. So this is what I, out of my own experience, I put it in this category that. So not only I put this 21st century skills, problem solving, critical thinking, creative thinking. There is one more new requirement is that problem identification skill is coming up. It's already started. People find it difficult to identify what is the problem. That is, people talking about like problem solving skills, problem identification skills also now is coming up. So if you are very familiar about this 19 ways of thinking process about a particular one topic, you can able to give solution to that solution to the problem which is related to that particular topic. So this 19 thinking process, you can start to solve a particular problem. You start with the 15, go back to 7. So all combination you can work out. Definitely you can able to solve any kind of problem in a systematic way, Third one is a graduate attributes is there. Yes, graduate attributes are always talking about the people, knowledge, skill, attitude. But I'll discuss about this. I always focus on or very often use the word competence. I'll discuss in detail in the last. So what is the competency we want to, because this is the graduate attributes in terms of knowledge, skill, attitude, all the educational agencies or regulating authorities use the word, so I put it in that. But this is not enough. According to my experience, we have to go beyond this. So that's why I use the word competence. That. So what is the competency you want to develop among the students when they graduate out of that? How you are going to embed in your curriculum formation, in your teaching learning process, in your assessment and evaluations. So you have to think about that. That's why I use the word graduate attributes. Again, as far as India is concerned, we have this National Board of Accreditation. They have decided these 15 graduate attributes. Whereas if we talk about this international level, every educational institution has to design their own graduate attributes. So I don't know, do you have the liberty to decide your own graduate attributes? No, you can able to decide. Or if you have the regulatory agencies ask you to follow these graduate attributes, please have the complete and deep understanding of graduate attributes, then please move ahead. That's what I want to emphasize. And talking about this, next one is metacognition. This metacognition is this thinking about thinking. So one should understand, I should know how I think. I should know how I think. So when you bring some problem to me, I should know that this problem belongs to this pattern of things. So my thinking pattern has to be this plan. Say for example, plan A. So this problem is belong to plan B. This is a category B. This problem belongs to this. So I have to think in the C thinking process. So every individual has to develop this metacognition. When problems comes to you to solve the problems, give the solutions, you should know, well aware of which type of thinking process you want to do to solve the problem. That we call it as the metacognition, right? So or otherwise, very simple statement, I put it to that you should very clearly know what you know, and you should very clearly know what you do not know. If you know very clearly what you do not know, please learn how to learn. So this is the boiling point of this logical conclusion of this word metacognition. Right. So I'll tell you what is how to go about this metacognition. Again, coming to this, if you Google it, what is the different type of knowledge, you can able to see 21 type of different knowledge will be there. For understanding of this metacognition, I prefer this 4 type of knowledge. These 4 type of knowledge include in that 21 type of knowledge. Okay. So these 4 types of knowledge, why we choose that, again, is related to the revised Bloom's taxonomy. It has this hierarchy in order. That's why I choose this. What is this hierarchy in order? So first level is factual knowledge. Factual knowledge is related to all basic information in the domain of study. Every professionals has to remember and store all basic information in their long-term memory. That is the expectation of every professional. That's the factual knowledge. Of course, concept, conceptual knowledge. Concept is, the definition of concept is, what is the interconnectivity between the factual knowledge? So for example, I just put it demand supply theorem. So of course, a common theorem, every participant can understand demand and supply. So there are 2 variables. What is demand, what is supply related to factual knowledge? So what is the interconnectivity between the demand and supply is a concept. Or other a simple example, I talk about this solar system. So what is the interconnectivity between the 9 planets? What is the interconnectivity between the sun and the earth? How this day and night is happening? How the different seasons are happening? That's a different concepts. So concepts, if we have less complexity and more complexity. So it varies depending upon the number of variables involved. So unless you are mastering the all basic informations, it's very difficult to understand the conceptual knowledge, develop the conceptual knowledge. That is why I put this hierarchy in order. And third one is the procedural knowledge, that how to do a particular activity. This is related to the word skill. Then people think that skill is different, knowledge is different. They have some kind of perception. Skill is different, knowledge is different. Not like that. When you talk about the skill is embedded with the procedural knowledge. Embedded with the procedural knowledge. What is skill or what is procedural knowledge is that how to accomplish a particular task step by step. That we call it as a procedural knowledge. That is a basic definition of the skill also. And if I want to know how to accomplish a particular task step by step, I have to be master in factual knowledge. I have to master in conceptual knowledge. Then only I can able to accomplish a task. For example, if you take, if you want to learn driving, so what's the factual knowledge? First, you have to understand what type of vehicle you have, where is the clutch, ABC, accelerator, brake, clutch is there, where I want to put the key to ignite, where the petrol tank is there, where is the brake is there. These are the basic information. What is the concept? How it is ABC is interconnected, acceleration, brake and clutch. That's the concept. Then only you can do able to do procedure. First step, you have to start the engine, keep the clutch, put the first gear, slowly release the clutch, and slowly raise the accelerator. Then you can be able to drive. So this is a procedure knowledge. Unless you know what is ABC, you can't drive. Unless you know you don't have clear understanding the relationship between the ABC, you cannot drive. So this is what we call it that. Now the fourth level of knowledge, the highest level of knowledge, we call it as the metacognitive knowledge. So that's why I told you that. What is that? So know, you know that what you know what you do not know. So to tell very courageously and confidently, these are the topic I am not aware of. You have to be matured enough. I have to be master in factual, conceptual, procedure knowledge. Then only you can be able to develop the metacognitive knowledge. So the factual, conceptual, procedure knowledge is domain specific. If you are a physics, if you are a history, all this related only to what is the procedure related to history may not be equivalent to the what is the procedure in chemistry or physics. All are domain specific. But when coming to the metacognitive knowledge, it is irrelevant to domain of study. And again, I put it the right side. There are two important education goals. The education is to find us. One is to promote and retention of the knowledge. So that is related to this factual knowledge, conceptual knowledge, and part of procedural knowledge. And second important education goal is to promote the transfer of knowledge. Yes, procedural knowledge and metacognitive knowledge is connected with the second important knowledge. So to promote the transfer of knowledge only, it comes the application of the knowledge to solve the society problem. The application of that comes in this application of the knowledge to solve the society problem is the second important education goal. So next one is this talking about this national education policy that. So of course this is related to the India, and maybe this different country people have their own education policy. The government has. Please have a thought process on what is the national education policy, which country or which state you are doing that. So some of the states are following. Still, Tamil Nadu is not. Government is not doing that, so let us not worry about that. But anyhow, these are the blended learning, academic bank of credit, pedagogy, multiple entry exits, and multidisciplinary. These are all digital university. So these are all the things is coming up in the. He started working on different higher educational institutions. How we are going to incorporate all these things in our curriculum formation, teaching, learning process, and evaluation and assessment. That's a great challenge and great things is coming up in that. So already the National Education Policy 2020 started. 5 years is over. Already all around 45 different agencies are implementing this National Education Policy. So every year, at the end of the year, every agency is submitting the report. What are the challenges they are facing in implementing with it? And 2030, the government again going to review what is the implementation challenge for the last 10 years. They're going to review on 2030, and again 2040 they will achieve it. At 2040 we can expect another national education policy. So education policy, national education policy 2020 is the one of the vision of Indian education system. So it holds good up to 2040. 2040, once they achieve, they will go for the new education policy. So now this national education policy working on this, apart from that, it 5 different pillars: access, equity, quality, affordability, and accountability. Of course, we are already working on people are working on quality, affordability. Affordability, yes, is cost is day by day is increasing, and accountability, yes, is a mixed feeling. We don't have any clarity and accountability. And access and equity is again the greatest issue and concerns for as far as education system is concerned. So this national education policy built on these five important areas. How your education institution where you are working to have how much weightage you want to give, how you going effectively going to implement all these things. You have to think about that. And there is a complete shift in what we do. That is, there are four important things. One is from content delivery to we are talking about these competency concepts. How this from curriculum stage, how this different education systems evaluation of different education system. Now we are coming on this learner's point of view. Now we are moving to what are the different kind of competency we are going to impart among the students that we are going on that. We are not worried about the marks, grades. We are worried about what is the competency actually we are developing among the students. And we are, of course, talking about in terms of learning outcomes, not on the textbooks or syllabus coverage, nothing. I don't talk about that. And we are focusing more on these continuous evaluations rather than summative evaluation. That completely already a lot of institutions have changed on that. And from teacher training of teachers to empowering them to build competency among the learners. Learners means, yes, my guess is that after 2030, we may not have the word teacher or student. Both we may call as a learner, common word. This is what my guess. Because the moment you feel that I'm a teacher, psychologically, my subconscious mind having some ego to learn something new. This is what I interrupt when I talk, I discuss with the different kind of people, but I can't openly tell to the people, many people. So this is the right forum I can able to express that on that. See, the moment I redesignate my name instead of teacher, I'm also a learner. I'm a learner. Yes, psychologically and subconscious mind always thinking what I want to learn today. So my guess is after 2030, we may remove the word student, we may remove the word teacher, we may have one common word as the learner. Coming to about this transdisciplinary learning, see, as I told that there is often more ways of solving more than one ways of solving the problems. So people used to talk about this out of the box thinking in the sometimes back in the corporate world or something like that. Now they put it into the well structured manner as transdisciplinary learning is that. So take, for example, take the nanotechnology. It's a blend of microbiology, biochemistry, proton chemistry, and some other specialties. We'll talk about that. Before that, just I want to go about that. Now, these people already talking about this interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, but how effectively we are implementing in our educational institutions is a great question mark. So interdisciplinary, yes, already we started. For example, if you talk environmental science, one of the subject is, of course, all people are studying that is the interdisciplinary subject. Now, multidisciplinary subject still we are not pick up the momentum on that. So once we take about the interdisciplinary more effectively, then great momentum on multidisciplinary, then only we can move on to the transdisciplinaries. How much time, how quickly you are moving from multidisciplinary to transdisciplinary, that matters a lot. That matters a lot. So interdisciplinary I'm talking about is combine two subjects combined together, then you want to solve the problem. This multidisciplinary is talking about the several academic fields adjacent to one another. So you want to solve this. And transdisciplinary, multiple academic with the right academic fields and interacting with solve the problem is the transdisciplinary. Transdisciplinary, for example, if you say the World Bank is there, the World Economic Forum is there. So the World Bank is giving some 150 crores for education for any of the countries. They have to think in the different point of view. That is really a transdisciplinary point of view. They will think about that. So how this World Bank is giving 150 crores for the education to a particular country, they will always think in terms of transdisciplinary context. The next one is the feature of literacy. Is very, very important. That I told you that these are things is there that. So if you know what to expect in the future, you can able to plan for it. But it's very difficult to plan for 100%. At least 25 to 30% definitely you can able to predict what will happen tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So predict the future is there are a lot of futurist is there. Now you can able to see like Rohit Bhargav is one of the futurists. They have done a lot of research. Featuring trends is there. They have given published some more than 15 books they have published on this future trends, how it's going to be there, including education. So futurist, how they can able to decide. Even as a teacher or education leader, you can also be able to predict what will happen in the near future to the maximum of 20 to 20%, 30% is there. So how to predict the future and talking about that. So if you want to predict the future, say for example, if say this car engine is there. So I want to how the car engine going to be in the future, say for next 5 years. So a particular topic, if I'm talking about this, you must know what is the past history of that particular topic, where the car engine has been invented, what are the different companies in all over the world, the car engine they produce, what is the design, how they design it, what are the changes happening in the car engine designs. So this is the past history you must know, one part of it. Second one is current reality. Currently, what is happening in the car engine manufacturing industry, what they are doing. So you have to be very alert in what is happening in and around you. You know the past history, then 25% you can able to predict what will happen to tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So that is, we call it as the future of literacy. For every teacher and every educational leaders or administrators have the ability to predict the future, what will happen next academic year, next semester. This is very, very important, that the future of literacy is very, very important. Why this again, the future of literacy I'm coming back to this purpose of future of literacy. I'm bringing the same slide to the purpose of future literacy. What is the future of literacy? What do you want to do that? So again, I want to solve the societal problem, say the aging population, climate change. Now currently today, these are the major problems. I do not know what are the other problems will come next 1 year, next 2 years, 3 years. Even these problems still we find it to solve it. So we know definitely these are the problems really existing in future is going to come. Now, how we are going to prepare ourselves? That's why we call it as the future of literacy. And coming to the next 8th point I'm talking about is reading different genre of books is very, very important. That so every teacher we are familiar with, we are master in our own domain study, and of course we know that we have a lot of pressure on doing research and publishing the papers in Web of Science, Scopus indexed journals, all these things. So we focus more on our subject related, research related topic. We read a lot of more. I agree. I am very happy. I appreciate everyone, but it's not sufficient. It's not sufficient. Right? Why? Because unless you read the different genre of books, you cannot solve the problems. Again, coming back to this, what I can get from the different genre of books I'm talking about is connecting the dots is very, very important. That so what are the different ideas, different authors they're dealing with out of their own experience? What is the concept they discussed? What are the principles they newly found? And what are the principles already existing? How they validate it? What are the stories? What are the stories of the inspiring leaders? What is the stories of the inspiring companies? What is the stories of inspiring teacher? What is the stories of inspiring education leaders? So what are the different framework people are working to become highly successful? We're talking about this, how this Sony company become the world number after this World War II, you know what was happened in Japan. But the founders of the Japan, they decide that next 30 years, any product goes from Japan must be the #1 quality in the world. That is the only purpose statement Sony founders were working on it. But definitely they come out after 20 phase, they come out with the Sony Walkman. That's one of the fantastic product music system, especially this Walkman. You know, now there's any product coming out of the Japan becomes already #1 these days. So what is the framework they work? So these are the things you can get it from these ideas, principles, concepts, stories, framework from different genre. Any book you can read it, any book. So what is the 3 important concepts I can learn from every book I read it? So you please bring that to this your day-to-day activities. That is very, very important. Reading books is not important. How you what are the three important things you read from the book? How you're going to connect with this your day-to-day activities and in your decision-making process? That's very, very important. So in that sense, how you are going to inculcate the habit of reading the beautiful books or wonderful books among our students. First, you have to inculcate among our teachers, then only we can able to do on with the students. So if you talk about any leader, all leaders definitely read the books. Without reading the different genre of books, no person will become a leader. Even if by chance if you come with a leader, it's very difficult to sustain on that position. So finally, I'm talking about this, develop competency to thrive amidst constant change. So if you have competency again, if you go and find out the review of the literatures, we don't have any one definition for competence. Competency, everybody have their own definitions, right? So according to me, I created my own definition out of lot of research and published a paper also on this. See, I define competency is the combination or part of knowledge, part of skill, part of talent, part of technology, and part of growth mindset. All these things, combination of all these things, I call it as a competency. So again, I want to do that. So if I want to accomplish a particular task, so what is the quality of the task? So that I call it as the competency. So competency is the state or quality of an individual's work. So what is my style of work? What is the excellence I bring into my work? So if I want to accomplish a particular task, can I have a sufficient knowledge about that particular task? Can I have the sufficient skill? How to accomplish a particular task step by step? Do I have that? How many hours I practice to accomplish a particular task? And talent is the inborn characteristics. Do I have these inborn characteristics to complete that particular task? And technology, what is the technology I'm using that to complete that task? Because you know that today's technology is part and parcel of everybody's life. So without technology, we cannot do any of the task. And do I have the fixed mindset or growth mindset to complete a particular task? So part of knowledge, part of skill, part of talent, part of technology, and part whether I have the growth mindset and fixed mindset, all that together I call it as the competence. So this is my definition. So if you want to develop the competency among your students, your education, your department people or your education institution people, decision makers, to sit together, define what is the competency you want to develop among the students, right? So this is what I want to discuss about this when coming to this vision to transform, vision to implementation. Now I want to request the organizers, can I change the topic to mission to implementation? Mission to implementation. So we discussed about what is the objective of mission implementation, what is the leader and leadership, and what is this why curriculum matters. And we discussed about this, what is the context we want to fit into the discussion, that whatever so far we discussed is applicable to the stage of curriculum formation, during the teaching learning process, during this evaluation assessment. Also, all these things will be applicable. We discussed about what is the mission, vision, core values, and what is the learning objectives, how this learning higher order thinking skills will help the people to solve the society problems, and how you have to build up these graduate attributes. Again, graduate attributes related to the competency and the metacognition knowledge. What is the fourth level of meta knowledge you want to build up? And again, there's a fourth level of transdisciplinary, interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary. We want to think about that and how to develop the future of literacy. And reading different genre of books will help you to make your decisions through that. What is the stories or concepts, principle you can use to day-to-day activities. Thank you very much. And any questions, I love to answer questions. And all these things, what I discussed is available in my ebook, which I released 6 months back, Empowering Educators, Mastering Curriculum Decision Making. So if you want to be interested to know more about what is the 9 different topics I discussed, you can go through this big book. It has around 400 pages. I published this ebook on. Or any questions, please? I love to answer it. Possible.
Thank you so much, sir. And a lot of information and a different type of delivery altogether. And for the first time, I think I'm listening to a different perspective altogether. And thank you so much. And you already have so many compliments, and everyone is saying amazing session, and a lot of very informative session, things like that. And also they are expressing their gratitude to you. And then today we have nearly right now 414 participants. And then we have people from Zambia, Philippines, Oman, Bangladesh, Congo, Ghana, Malawi, Nigeria, and then some other countries also. They have not mentioned their country there. So nearly 10 plus countries have listened to you. And very important thing you have highlighted, and then vision, the importance of vision, mission. It is not just in paper, it is lying. But we have to make the mission and vision happen. So as it is written on the paper, it cannot change itself. But as the technology changes, then it is the teacher. In the academic arena, the teacher has to really update, and then the teacher has to be a lifelong learner to become successful. That means to achieve the vision. So very clearly you have told, and I was very impressed. Also, you have highlighted the importance of reading books. That book reading habit only is not there mainly in the students today. So teachers are at least reading something. So tomorrow pillars are the students of today. So it's a big question mark. And then the way they observe information also, not like you had observed in your student days and then I had observed in my student. They have a different speed, and then quick video, short video, reels, like that. So the teacher has to be really wise, and then you very clearly put it across. And then also you stressed changing the belief system. You're absolutely correct. And then very old stereotyped, if we still, the mind is conditioned, then I think there cannot be effective way of teaching and learning. And also you explained about high order thinking skill, low order thinking skill. This really impressed me. Know what you know what you do not know, learn how to learn. So like only information, ideas and knowledge came out, which is very relevant. If someone applies, they can become an excellent teacher in today's world. So thank you so much. And there are some questions, and I would like to read it for you. The first one, the shift of education to virtual learning is effective, or traditional method of direct learning face-to-face is effective?
Both are effective, madam.
Okay.
Because virtual learning now you cannot avoid it. This is that's why I'm talking about this. If you have the fixed mindset, you always think that the traditional method is always good. Now I request people who's asking the question to change the growth mindset. Please go ahead with the virtual, blended, anything is good. As far as you create the impact among the students, any method is good. The important is how you create impact among the students, not the methodology.
Thank you so much, sir. There is the next question. Learning should result in advocacy and action. Do you think the institutions have done it?
Please repeat, ma'am, please.
Learning should result in advocacy and action. Do you think the institutions have done it?
No, I'm not saying the institution has done it. It's purely depending upon the leadership team of the every institutions. That matters a lot.
Thank you, sir. And there is one more question. In this era, most of the students wants to get all the note in ready format. They're not interested to read book and getting the knowledge. How to motivate them into book reading?
It's purely based upon what is the brand image of the individual faculty have built up. You know, you come across some of the faculties in your college, school days and college days. It's purely depending upon the individual's teacher's brand image, what you create among your students.
Okay.
You know that when I was a student, I have few faculty members are highly inspiring teachers. We don't want to miss even one class.
Correct.
See, instead of focusing the students, please focus, do self-reflection. That's why talking about metacognition. You ask yourself questions. You ask yourself questions. How I can attract my people to my class? Why bother about this? Whether they have their notes or they have their Google, you need not worry about this. See how you are going to attract. Again, talking about really this. See, for example, the solar system is the one topic in physics or in chemistry is there. So, what is the style of explaining the solar system to the student? What is your style? What is the solar system context text? It is available in everywhere. Why you bother about whether students are studying your notes or at Google it? You need not worry about this. As long as students understand the concept from different sources, be happy with that.
Thank you, sir.
And moreover, I want to give more. Another thing is, another context. I want to put the knowledge in two different categories. One is knowledge is so far constant, knowledge dynamic. What I talk about the knowledge is so far constant is that, so for example, same this Ohm's law, Newton's law, all these things, so far constant. As soon as the Newton's invented this Newton's law, no researcher or scientist challenged that, which means that even today is a constant. Once I learn what is Newton's law, I need not worry about that because no researchers or scientists challenge that. So where I learn Newton's law, whether from teachers or from book or from Google, I need not worry about that. As long as my students know what is Newton's law, I'm very happy about it. Whereas another part, take artificial intelligence, computer science, machine learning, every day the knowledge is coming up because every day the scientists or professionals are creating the new type of knowledge. So there, teachers has to unlearn and relearn that concept, new concept is coming up. Then you teach the students that, so whatever the knowledge you have is obsolete. This is a new knowledge that people bring it up. Please read this. Then they will read it.
Thank you, sir. And the word curriculum is there in your topic, and also transformation, curriculum transformation.
Yes, yes.
So that means the transformation has to happen with regard to AI in today's world. And I think the curriculum that are there, starting from school up to, I think that PG level, majority of the curriculum, it was actually designed before AI. And then, of course, digital technology is there. So, and then this AI is really making a lot of impact and then making a lot of challenge. The way we think has to also change. That means the way we have to teach also should change. So, do you recommend any change to the existing curriculum that are being followed in higher education institutions?
Ma'am, as I know that for take any educational institutions, that's why I talk about systematically what is your mission, vision, all this. This AI will come into the vision statement of your institution. Vision means, see, the technology today will come, tomorrow new technology will come. This technology will become obsolete. So what is the vision of your institutions? Next 3 years, we want to teach AI for the students. If your vision statement says that we want to introduce AI for next 3 years, you introduce it. After 3 years, new technology come, you remove the AI, put it another technology. So all depending upon what is your vision state, what you want to create for your students for the next 3 years, 5 years.
I have not come across information regarding making amendment in the vision and mission by the higher education institution, but I think change has to happen there.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
I think no more question, but maybe more than 200 people have complimented your presentation.
Okay,
You mentioned that it is meaningful, it is useful, and they are also asking for your PPT. And the whole
my number is there. If anybody contact me, I will share them individually.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
I love to share. No issues at all.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. With your permission, we have Febson.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll formally thank you before I invite the next person. Our heartfelt gratitude to you, sir, Dr. Ashokan, for delivering an insightful, inspiring, and thought-provoking presentation on From Vision to Implementation, Leading Ethical Curriculum Transformation. Your expertise, passion, and commitment to ethical education have resonated deeply with us providing valuable insights and practical strategies to drive meaningful change. Your session has been instrumental in equipping us with the knowledge, skills, and confidence to lead ethical curriculum transformation in our respective institutions, fostering a culture of integrity, empathy, and excellence. We appreciate your time, effort, and dedication to sharing your expertise with us. As we conclude day 6 of our International Faculty Development Program on empowering faculty for ethical teaching in the digital era, we would like to express our deepest gratitude to you on behalf of Globethics and DMI Engineering College. Thank you so much.
Thank
sir.
you very much. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
We have Mr. Pepson, and he has been attending. I think we have lost. Okay, you're there. Just a second. Okay, we have Pepson, and I request him to. He has been attending from day 1, and he will say his name, institution, country, and his feelings and impression, and learning and takeaway about this FTP. Over to you, Mr. Pepson.
Okay, thank you very much, Bajura, for this opportunity. I'm Pepson Mwanguko from Malawi, and a PhD scholar with the DMI St. Eugene University, and also with DMI St. John Baptist University. It has been really enlightening so much in terms of part of this FDP. And if I may borrow the last sentiments from Dr. Asokan, who says that the 21st century skills are 3 main fundamental ones: creative skills, critical thinking, and also problem-solving skills. These are core areas that have run through the FDP throughout from day 1 until today. So I would say that as teachers, we need to be able to update ourselves every other day so that we are able to help our students as well. Because every day it is a new day, and our expectations are that we cannot fail to have, we cannot be able to be teachers without updating our knowledge. Because if we do that, then it means that we are going to be ethical in whatever we do, depending on the knowledge that we are able to give to our students. So if my colleagues may recall, is that the ethical teaching in the digital era focuses on guiding students to use technology responsibly and ethically the online world. So we cannot be teachers without trying to update ourselves in every other aspect. So this FDP has, as an individual, has given me knowledge about my status as a teacher, and I've learned a lot out of all the sessions that I've attended. And it is my expectation that also my colleagues have also done the same from day 1 until today. So it is very important that these FDPs, they should be coming now and then, so that at least they continue equipping us as well with new knowledge, because the environment is no longer static. The environment continues to change each particular day. So it is my view that the FDPs that are going to be provided by Global Ethics, they still touch on the values that the teachers must be able to have, so that they can be able to extend these to our students as they learn. I would say thank you a lot for listening on this.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Ajura.
Thank you so much, Pepson, for your continued support attending online. And I see you attending almost all our program. Thanks for the wonderful support and thanks for sharing your positive feedback with us. Thank you so much. I would like to
Thank
call
you.
upon, yes, thank you. I would like to call upon Professor Smiley Bose for her listener remarks.
Good evening, all. I'm Dr. Smiley Bose. I'm an associate professor and head department of management studies in St. Peter's Institute of Higher Education and Research in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. It was a truly enriching experience to be a part of the 6-day International Faculty Development Program on empowering faculty for ethical teaching in the digital era. The program was thoughtfully designed and excellently executed, addressing one of the most critical and timely issues in higher education today, the integration of ethics into teaching practices amidst rapid digital transformation. The sessions, almost all the sessions, provided deep insights into the evolving roles and responsibilities of educators in a tech-driven environment, emphasizing not just the use of digital tools, but also the moral and ethical dimensions that guide responsible teaching. The resource persons were highly knowledgeable. All the 6 days, we enjoyed well. We got a lot of insights which we can reflect on. The resource persons really, they were highly knowledgeable and engaging too, offering practical strategies and reflective perspectives that can be readily applied in our academic environments. I sincerely appreciate the collaborative efforts of DMI Engineering College and Globethic South Asia Center, Bangalore, for organizing such a forward-looking initiative. The FTP has inspired a renewed commitment to value-based education, digital integrity, and holistic student development. Really, I look forward to more such thought-provoking and impactful programs in the future. I thank especially the organizers, Ms. Regula and Ms. Pratibha. It was really nice, engaging with you all during these sessions. It was wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Smiley.
Thank
For
you.
your precious comments, and it is encouraging us, and I'm sure it's encouraging to the audience also. And I consider your comments on behalf of all the 650 participants who are attending from day one. And since there are also so many compliments for the speakers and also for the arrangements, and definitely we take your recommendation and we will come out with a more such a program. And thanks for your valuable comments again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, I would like to bring forward Professor Rhoda Basco. I think she is from the Philippines and she is here to give her valuable remarks.
Yes, good evening. I'm Rhoda Galanco. I am the Director for Curriculum and Instruction of the Mountain Province State University. And I'm very happy to have been a part of this learning session, though I missed the first day because the weather here was not good and I had difficulty connecting to the internet. But the second day until this one, I really find it's amazing. It's an amazing learning session for everyone. The speakers were great. The topics were well selected. And I would like also to express my appreciation to Ms. Rajula because of your very good moderation. For some of the things that we missed because of intermittent connections, you were able to capture them in your synopsis of the topics that were discussed by the speakers. That's why it's as though we did not miss any at all. You're one of the best moderators I have ever encountered in any professional development activities like this. So it's you're really listening. That's why you really to the talks. That's why you're able to capture the gist of the lectures that were given. In today's world where AI proliferates in the internet, there really is a need for us to make adjustments in our teaching, learning activities, and particularly in the way we do our assessments. But central to this is the role of ethics. And coupled with this is our sense of morality, as emphasized by one of the speakers. I can't remember the name, but I find that session very, very engaging. The topics that were discussed are very apt for this time. I just wish that this sessions was not only for professionals like us. I wish that it was opened also to university students so that they would have learned from the insights of the speakers, particularly on the ethical use of AI. And I would also want to express my appreciation to my co-participants who had been attending and listening faithfully to the lessons and to the lectures, and none among them commented negatively because I believe all of us appreciated the lessons that we learned. I hope that I will have the opportunity to invite the speakers to speak also for our colleagues in the university here in the Philippines, and also for the students, because I feel bad that I'm the only one from our university who has accessed this this learning session. I wish to share this with them, and I hope to invite some of the speakers one day. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Rajula, for this learning session.
Okay. Thank you so much for your really, from your heart you have spoken, and it means a lot to us organizers, and it is very much encouraging. And I would like to also share with you that we did partner with one Philippine institution, Cebu Technological University, in the past, and I think you are from Mountain Province State University from the Philippines, and definitely we will be able to support you with regard to what you have requested for your student. And I do have your number and email, and I'll stay in touch with you. Thank you so much again for sharing
Thank you.
that. Okay, and over to you, Dr. Pradeepa. Ma'am, we can't hear you. மூணை பிடிச்சு வெளியே விடு.
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening to one and all present here. On behalf of DMI Engineering College and in collaboration with Globethics, it is my privilege and honor to deliver the vote of thanks for this enriching 6-day international online faculty development program on empowering faculty for ethical teaching in the digital era. First and foremost, I express my deepest gratitude to the Almighty for blessing us with the strength, clarity, and success for this academic journey. I would like to take a moment to greatly acknowledge and thank the founder of DMI Engineering College, Dr. J. Arulraj, in his esteemed absentia. Though not physically present with us today, his visionary leadership and strong ethical foundation continue to inspire and guide every initiative we undertake. We remain ever grateful for his enduring support and blessings. We are proudly grateful to Globethics, our knowledge partner, for their unwavering support, academic insights, and ethical vision that help shape this FDP into a truly international standard. A special note of thanks to the coordinator of this FDP and managing director of Globethics, Bangalore region, Ms. Rajula, whose dedication, planning, collaboration brought synergy and coherence to the entire program. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your coordination and support. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Tungsten for his instrumental role in coordinating and arranging the esteemed speakers for this 6-day online international FDP program. On behalf of DMI Engineering College, we deeply appreciate your unwavering support and commitment to academic excellence. Your valuable contribution has significantly enriched this FDP and ensured its success. Thank you once again, sir, for being a pillar of support behind the scenes. Next, I sincerely thank all our distinguished speakers for their invaluable contributions throughout the 6 days. Dr. Shupendra Singh, Dr. A. Albert Raj, the principal of DMI Engineering College, Mr. Joseph R. Cleo, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Loyola College, Chennai, Dr. Chandan Nathan, Program Director, UGC MMTTC Center, Bharatdasan University, Trichy, Dr. N. Azohan, Dean of MRCA's Arts and Science College, Madurai, and Professor Dr. Balakrishnan Parasuraman from University, Malaysia, Kelantan. We also thank our beloved principal, Dr. A. Albert Raj, Administrator, Reverend I. Arokya Mary, Management, Faculty of DMI Engineering College, and all faculty participants who made this event possible and meaningful. Lastly, to all the participants from various institutions in India and from all the other parts of country, your presence, engagement, and enthusiasm added great value to this FDP. May the knowledge we gained in these 6 days inspire ethical practices, responsible governance, and transformative teaching in all our institutions. Let us continue this journey toward ethical excellence in education. Thank you all.
Dear participants, dear speakers, and we appreciate your time, effort, and dedication in attending this program and sharing your valuable feedback and also giving encouragement to us through your compliments. And as we conclude day 6 of our International Faculty Development Program on empowering faculty for ethical teaching in the digital era, we would like to express our deepest gratitude to everyone involved. Heartfelt thanks to Reverend Dr. Arokya Mary, the administrator, Dr. Albert Raj, the principal, Dr. Pradeepa, who offered the vote of thanks just now, who has been working with me from the beginning as a coordinator from DMI Engineering College side, and also to all our participants from India and across the globe. We thank you for your active participation, enthusiasm, and commitment to ethical education. Your presence has enriched our discussions and reaffirmed the power of collaboration. Globethics will be sharing a WhatsApp community, and the link will be shared with you via email, and you can decide whether you would like to be part of that WhatsApp community. There we will post information related to FDP and other conferences, and please look out for it. Within the next 2 days, a feedback link will be sent to your email addresses. We kindly request you to provide your valuable feedback. Certificates of participation will be shared with all the participants once we receive the feedback. Since we have more than 700 participants attended within the 6 days time, each day we have a limit of sending only 100 certificates. So it might take between 7 to 10 days. And until then, if you don't get the certificate, you can actually write to us and wait for 10 days. And if you don't get your certificate or if you don't hear from us, you could actually write to us and then we will reply to you. As we part ways, let's remember the words of Sidney J. Harris. The whole purpose of education is to turn mirrors into windows. May this program inspire you to create meaningful learning experiences and to positively impact your students' lives. We look forward to reconnecting with you soon. Globethics has exciting new programs and initiatives lined up, and we are eager to welcome you back for another enriching experience. We encourage you to share your experiences and testimonials about this faculty development program. Please record a short video testimonial with your name, place, country, and institution, your key takeaways from the program, your future plans, and how you intend to apply what you have learned. Your recommendation for Globethics. Will be happy to receive a video testimony from you, dear participants. You can also give a written testimony. It will be helpful for our work. Your testimonials will inspire others and help us improve our future initiatives. Thank you once again for being part of this transformative journey. And we have come to the closer. We end the webinar now. See you soon in another occasion with another program. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Smiley. Thank you, Febson. Thank you, Rhoda. Thank you, Dr. Pradibha. Thank you, Dr. Joseph Dunstan. Ms. Sushma, thanks for the prayer.